Will the Bengals beat the Browns and make it 4 straight going into the playoffs? Hi again, everyone, and happy game day. I'm James Rapine with allbengals.com and Cincinnati Bengals Talk in Cleveland at First Energy Stadium, where the Bengals play the Browns. And, well, it isn't Baker versus Burrow. It is Keenum versus Allen. Brandon Allen getting the start for the Bengals. Joe Burrow didn't even travel with the team, which I know some question, but I think it's smart considering we are in the COVID-19 era, and there's plenty to worry about when you're talking about traveling, even though teams are being much more cautious now than they were even a month ago when it comes to COVID-19. Burrow didn't travel. DJ Reader didn't travel. Both expected to play next week in the playoffs, and that's the other thing about today's game. I know there were some that said, well, the Bengals still have a shot at the 1 seed. Why would you rest Joe Burrow? Why would you treat this game like it doesn't matter? Well, turns out Kansas City won on Saturday night like most expected. They beat the Broncos, so at worst, they'll be the 1 seed, or 2 seed, excuse me. They could still get the 1 seed if Tennessee loses. But the point is, the Bengals have no chance at a bye. So this was their shot to rest Joe Burrow and rest DJ Reader and get these guys good to go. Now, it is worth noting that all the COVID-19 reserve list guys still on that list. So Trey Hopkins, you're not going to see today. Quentin Spain, you weren't going to see him anyway because he injured his ankle, but he's still on that list. Trey Hendrickson, same thing. So look for a lot of no-name, unnamed faces that you haven't seen a lot this year, and they'll get a chance to make their mark, whether it's a Noah Spence at defensive end. He was elevated from the practice squad. A guy like Elliott Fry, who should be kicking field goals today. It's windy here on the shores of Lake Erie right now. It is chilly. It is rainy, of course, and so not an easy task for Elliott Fry, but I think he's going to get the kicking duties today with Evan McPherson nursing a little bit of a groin injury. I don't think it's really serious, but you might as well play it safe on a day like today. That being said, I fully expect the Bengals to try to win this game. It's not like they're just going to limp onto the field and limp off and start focusing on the playoffs. I think the guys that are in there have a lot to prove. And some of the players that I'm watching outside of the ones I've mentioned, Mike Daniels, to me, he's a veteran. He's been on the practice squad all year. I love his Twitter posts where he'll tweet videos about, with just clips of different workouts that he's doing. Look, he's a former Pro Bowler. And yeah, he's on the back end of his career and on the Bengals practice squad. But man, does he have a chance now to show, hey, if one of these guys gets dinged up or if someone can't go in the playoffs, I'm ready to go and I can still make an impact. Another veteran like that is Trey Waynes. Trey Waynes needs snaps today. And unfortunately for him, the field conditions, just because of the weather, the field looks great, but just because of the weather, slick. So you want to kind of be careful with him. At the same time, he hasn't played much, right? He needs snaps, especially if he's going to contribute in the playoffs for this team, and they need as many competent defensive backs as possible. That being said, I think that we'll see Waynes a lot. I think we'll see Jamar Chase. I know people are wondering about that. He's 12 yards away from Chad Johnson's all-time receiving record. I think they try to get him involved early there. 46 yards away from setting the all-time rookie record for receiving yards. Denzel Ward went on the COVID-19 reserve list on Saturday. I expect Chase to get a shot here, and we'll see, not play long, but get a couple targets early on and see if you can feed him and get him to that mark. Another mark, Tyler Boyd wants to get to 1,000 yards. I think that's a little less likely, especially considering what he means to this offense. He needs 172 yards. He comes in with 828 on the season. Some other players that I'm excited to watch, Chris Evans. It's a big day for him. I think he can earn more snaps by playing well today. And, he needs to have a good showing. I don't think he's going to get 20 touches or anything like that. But could him, Travion Williams, Samaje Perine all together combine for a bunch? Absolutely could. Another note, just quarterback-wise, Jake Browning will be Brandon Allen's backup. So something there. They elevated him from the practice squad. And, look, whether or not this Bengals team makes a run in the playoffs has zero to do with today. They need to get healthy. So the key, and I mentioned it during my prediction video, healthy, healthy, healthy. Stay healthy. So hopefully they can escape here. We're recording this about 10:15 a.m. Eastern time. About 6 hours from now, hopefully the Bengals have zero injuries and can start focusing on whoever they play next week in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. For more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll have you covered all day long. Already plenty of news at allbengals.com about former Bengals coaches, about the future of Baker Mayfield, is he going to stay here in Cleveland? I wrote about that. I wrote about Mike Zimmer. I wrote about Jay Gruden. So there's a lot there. It's a one-stop shop for all of your NFL news, all of your Bengals news, allbengals.com. And then, as always, hit that subscribe button. We're excited to be at 10K, but the march continues. So for Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapine, signing off right now at a chilly, chilly, chilly morning right now. And the rain is supposed to stop, so we'll see if it stops here in Cleveland at First Energy Stadium.